Welcome back, everybody. This is Mustafa, and I'm here with Nizam, and we're going to discuss this video about false Imam Mahdis, and this is by a channel called Foreign Policy Hawk. So let's watch the video and let's talk about it.
Informed us to tell you that we have a challenge for you. We challenge you, and we challenge your Facebook Imam to bring forth one unseen matter in front of the entire world. Let us know about something from the unseen. Predict a future event and give us all of the details related to it. And we will do the same.
And I realized how little I knew about the details of Islam. I knew.
So right off the bat, man, he doesn't really talk about much, and he says there's going to be a lot of proofs. So in the end of this video, we're going to show you all the proofs that we have. We're going to show you some proofs. There's many proofs. You can't just make statements and just not like debunk any of the truth. Right, so
I knew about it.
Muhammad Qasim are a warning to the Muslim Ummah. I believe that Muhammad Qasim dreams true, and it comes from Allah. I also believe that Muhammad Qasim is Imam Mahdi because the signs of Imam Mahdi match with him.
From the web, Sadiq revealed about the Imani is something that I did look into, as I originally came from a Sunni background. And I'm so grateful to God for showing me the truth, for opening my eyes to the truth, and I have been following this verse ever since.
Independent Islamic Republic.
The word cult comes from the Latin word cultus, which basically means to care, to cultivate, to establish a culture, a form of veneration or adoration to someone or something. If we look back in history, during the active periods of paganism, it consisted entirely of a variety of cults. They had so many, and today, the world is moving towards exactly just that, with the destruction of religion and values. That's why...
So the biggest thing I want to say right off the bat, too, especially with Bro Qasim, is like he's trying to associate Muslim things and pagan things together all in one.
Yeah, this guy, right off the bat, he's giving the message about cult, paganism, associating all these things with Bro Qasim.
Yeah, so he's painting a specific image that is definitely not true, and we're going to show you exactly what Bro Qasim talks about. And his main message, over and over again, is the worship of Allah alone, and avoiding partners and avoiding shirk, which is avoiding with God.
Let's hear what he has to say, and inshallah we'll break it down one by one.
Sounds good.
I'm talking to you about cults today, especially Imam Mahdi cults. It's very important we discuss this.
It started with a very deeply religious family, didn't it? Your parents were Catholic.
Yes, very ultra-religious Catholic in a sect that has since become an open cult all around the world. And then when I left home when I was 18. And
you
then
were married at 18?
I was 18 and a half when I got married. So I left home at 18. I felt directionless, lost, had no self-confidence or self-esteem. And so I just kind of fell into it and got married.
We've all heard stories from friends or the media about parents trying to save their children stolen by a religious cult, or perhaps even children trying to save their parents from being turned into mindless zombies by these religious cults. These cults don't just control over the actions of people, but also over their money and property. And it's not just that. In today's day and age, cults are forming to cause trouble in countries, and the information I provide you today could be very useful, especially for the people of Pakistan, Iran, and Iraq. All cults, and especially the ones I'll talk about today, are extremely spiritual, philosophical, and religious. Some even have great scholars backing them, but the destructive grain does not change from this. They are there to destroy its members by using and abusing them, and that's what they do best. One of the cults I've been following on social media is the cult of Muhammad Qasim.
All right, so right off the bat, he's saying some of these cults they have scholars, high-end scholars. They have people that are basically the message he's saying is they're very articulate. They know exactly how to swindle the people, how to draw people in and whatnot. And it surprises me that he's able to say something like that and then go directly to Muhammad Qasim.
Yeah.
Because if you examine Muhammad Qasim, nowhere from any angle, from anywhere, can you say that this man is faking. Because first of all, if he was trying to fake, he has no beard. Okay? He's not trying to be somebody he's not. These cults and their leaders, you'll see them generally they have a beard, and they're very articulate, and they do have and their agenda is it generally steers people away from Islam. So continue the video. Let's see what he has to say about Bro Qasim.
Yeah.
Muhammad Qasim bin Abdul Karim, using the word bin to try and make himself sound a little Arab. He's not Arab. He's a Pakistani man from Lahore. He claims to see divine dreams. He claims that he's the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And Allah speaks directly to him through his dreams and visions. And the dreams are all about Ghazwa Hind, an upcoming battle with India.
Okay, another thing I'd like to mention. Yes, Muhammad Qasim does have dreams. He has dreams where he has spoken with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks to him as well, but it is from behind a veil. And I believe that is very important to mention because there are many scholars who have mentioned, like for example, there is Ibn Taymiyyah, Sheikh Imam al-Ghazali, Imam al-Nawawi, Ahmad bin Hanbal.
Mhm.
These scholars are in, they agree 100%. They have said that it is possible to speak with Allah, but what you hear and what you see is unlike
Yeah.
anything.
And
For example,
we're gonna add his video. So I'm gonna show you. We're gonna like dive deep exactly what Bro Qasim has to say. I'll talk
yeah,
exactly what he means by when he talks to Allah or when he talks to the
yeah.
Prophet.
And there's also verses in the Quran. There's a verse in the Quran where Allah specifically says that one of the ways where He communicates with mankind is from behind the veil.
Mhm.
And dreams, they are essentially a veil.
Yeah.
And not just prophets have been blessed with, you can say, these spiritual dreams. Many normal people have
Yeah.
also had dreams where they have spoken with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and some scholars have even spoken with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the dreams.
Yeah.
Ahmad bin Hanbal,
Yeah.
and yeah, Ahmad bin Hanbal was one of them.
Yeah.
So that's all what I'm gonna say to that. So he's talking about it like he's seeing Allah like a physical form.
Right.
That's not how it happens in the dreams. Now let's see what he has to say about the message of the dreams.
Yeah.
He appeals mostly to the Sunni crowd of Asia, and they are attracted to him. They are attracted to this man, Muhammad Qasim, because of
So first of all, this brother is not from Asia. This brother, I just want to put that out. Like it says, a man from the USA, right there.
Yeah.
what he says. He says Pakistan is built on shirk, which means associating partners with God, which is a huge sin. And Sunni scholars continue to talk about this. He also says he will lead the prophetic end times battle of
Pause it.
Ghazwa Hind against India.
So yeah, he got it right. Pakistan right now, it does have shirk, just like many other Muslim countries do.
Right.
And it is our responsibility and duty as Muslims that if we want the help of Allah, we must eliminate all forms of shirk,
Yeah.
the major and the minor forms of shirk, from our communities, from our lives,
Right.
from our nations, essentially. And this is something which is also found in the Quran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives gives victory and success to those individuals
Mhm.
that follow His commandments and they don't associate any partners,
Right.
any partners or anyone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He will give them dominion over the land.
Mhm.
So essentially, what Qasim's message is that if Pakistan or any Muslim, if the Muslims want to regain their lost status, they have to eliminate shirk in all of its forms, and that is the starting point. After that, inshallah, the Muslims will work on the other things, such as interest and all of the other things. But the crux of the message
Mhm.
is essentially tawheed
Yeah.
and removing shirk in its forms, and that's that. And I'll say this: this is not a new message. This is a message that has been brought down by all of the prophets.
Right. Right. So now somebody would say, is this guy claiming prophethood?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's claiming prophethood, he's doing a bad job of it because he doesn't even have a beard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like look, if you're gonna be a cult leader and if you're gonna be smart about it,
Right.
you're gonna have a beard. You're gonna speak very
Right.
articulate.
Yep.
You're gonna
Right.
talk about. You're gonna make empty promises like, "Oh, I will give you this. I will do that
Right.
for you if you believe me." Qasim's dreams have none of that. They're
Right.
just dreams. He said he conveys to the people, and that's it.
Okay. So let's play this video and then I'm going to get Qasim's dream in a bit.
India
Yeah.
and establish taqwa, which is God consciousness. His followers believe in his dreams, and he's been spreading them for the past 20 years. I call him the sleeping imam because his followers make him sound like he's constantly on his bed dreaming. These dreams
That's not true. But
are never true. They are information from news channels. For instance, back prior to the invasion of Syria, Mohammed Qasim said Turkey would invade Syria, and it did happen. But before he said it, it was already a foreign policy decision by Erdogan, which Erdogan published on his website. All of this sounds
Alright.
pretty harmless.
Can you pause this? All right. Okay. I'm going to speak on that dream. That dream, basically, in that dream, Erdogan, he starts and says that we will, we will, we will establish the Ottoman Empire again. We will regain our lost, status.
Mhm.
And he starts by invading Syria. Now, there is a treaty that the Turks have signed, and I believe it ends 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, 2023. It's coming up
Yeah.
this year. The treaty.
And in that treaty, they are not allowed to regain, they cannot make claim to the areas that have been contested from them after the caliphate broke up.
Yeah.
So that dream, it is talking about a future event where after the treaty ends, in the dream, what happens? See, he's just picking and choosing. This, like, what an imbecile thing to do. You have to watch the whole dream. So in the dream, in the beginning, what happens is Erdogan says we're gaining like we have gained powers, and now we will regain the lost status of the Muslims. It is literally talking about something in the future, and he says now he has started conquering areas in Syria. Turkey has some areas in Syria, no doubt, but in the dream it was pointing towards a more bigger ambition, meaning all of the territories that the Ottomans have lost, not just Syria itself. Syria was just given as an example, but this is a dream that has yet to be fulfilled.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I'm pulling up the Treaty of Lausanne right now too, but we're gonna always do that later on.
Pulling up the what?
It really isn't.
Yeah.
Recently, this group has been calling for hijrah and asking people to move to Pakistan. There's a number of
That's not true. Nobody said that in the dream. So
Yo,
look,
who's trying to go to Pakistan?
especially
No,
right now.
yeah, especially right now. I mean, look, he's not calling nobody.
Yeah,
If people are going, they're probably going to go see him, visit him, or talk
yeah,
to him, which is what people should be doing. Because, look, if somebody comes to you with a message, you
Mhm.
cannot disregard the message. And I'm
Right.
I'm saying this to all the Muslims.
Right.
If you believe he is a liar, you have to do your investigation, you have to discuss, you have to talk with him, because at the end of the day, you have to understand that in his dreams, look, the main message is that Muslims have to eliminate shirk in its forms if we want to get our lost status again. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two, it talks about the upcoming events and what the Muslims can do to prepare. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, but there's already hadith about that. Yes, there is, but if you go to Scholar A and go to Scholar B and go to Scholar C, they will all have their own personal opinions about how everything is going to play out.
Right.
And one scholar will differ from another scholar. Everybody is not in consensus about this. And this is a big problem because when events do happen, how do we know who who's right? Some people say that we're going to be fighting on horses. Some people say no, we'll still have technology.
Right.
Other people say that, oh, there's still 500 years left until the Mahdi comes. Everything is all over the place.
Yeah.
Dreams are very important in Islam. There's
Mhm.
hadith about them being part of
Prophet.
prophethood.
In
And
the
near
last.
the end of yeah,
Yeah.
and near the end of times, they will convey glad tidings. And one who is the most truthful, their dreams will be the most truthful.
Right.
And yeah, so the way I see it is, if you're criticizing Qasim, it's to me it's like it's kind of pointless unless you have spoken to him, you have went through the dreams to see what the dreams is about. Because
Yeah.
he is just saying, look, this is what I have been shown in my dreams of how things are going to play out and
Right.
how the Muslims can prepare. Now,
Right.
you being is one of being somebody who doesn't agree with him and attacking him, saying that he is claiming this, he is claiming that, that is falsifying Qasim, and that is being unfair to him.
So let's hear what Qasim has to say about his dreams, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Qasim and I am from Pakistan. Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told me in my dreams to share my dreams with others, and that is all I'm doing. So don't blame me. The mercy of Allah is for everyone and everything, and I just want to be a friend of Allah and nothing more. And only Allah is my wakil. I have been seeing such dreams for more than the last 27 years. Allah came into my dreams more than 500 times, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than 280 times. I was about 12 or 13 years old when Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam both came in my dreams for the first time. And after that, in 1993, when I was 17 years old, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam started to come regularly and continuously in my dreams. And ever since, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam keep coming into my dreams. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last messenger and prophet of Allah, and I am ummati of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I am proud that I am the ummati of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In one dream, Allah told me, Qasim, I will defend Pakistan and I will save Pakistan. In my dreams, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam guided me to the right path. From 2007, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam started to teach me in my dreams about the things which I should do and the things which I should avoid. Mostly, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told me to avoid from all types and forms of shirk and to be a good human. In April 2014, Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam started telling me in my dreams to share them with everyone, and then I started to share my dreams with my family and friends and some other people. I also shared my dreams through email to Pakistan Army official sites, government sites, popular people, and with many Islamic countries' official websites. But it seemed that no one was believing in me and my dreams, and they all ignored me. After that, I stopped sharing my dreams. In December 2014, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came twice in my dreams in a single night and told me, Qasim, you have to share these dreams to everyone to save Pakistan and to save Islam. I got confused and I said to myself that I have shared my dreams with many people and they are not believing in me. What more should I do? And then Peshawar school got attacked, and then I thought about it and I decided to share my dreams on the internet. Let me be clear that I am a simple person and not religious. I am clean shaved, I did not used to pray regularly, and I don't pray the Hajj. I just tell the truth and I do not lie. In 1994, Allah told me from the sky, and I still remember His words, Qasim, the promises which I have made to you, I will indeed fulfill them, and if I fail to fulfill my promises, then I am not the king of all the worlds. Ever since that day, I have been waiting for Allah that when will the time of His promise arrive, and when will my patience end. I did not despair of the mercy of Allah, and whenever I start to despair, then Allah or Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would come to my dreams and say that Qasim, despair not of the mercy of Allah, and Qasim, be patient. Allah does not waste the rewards of those who are patient, and Allah is the best disposer of affairs. They motivate me with such words, and I become fresh again. In January 2014, Allah told me that Qasim, I have tested you for 20 years. I wanted to see that whether or not you are from the ones who despair of the mercy of Allah. I saw this dream in summer 2003. Allah said, Qasim, until the time for my promise arrives, even if you dip your hands in gold, then it will become dust. But when my promise arrives, then after that, if you dip your hands in dust, that it will become gold by my order. I do not look at Allah in my dreams, and I just feel in my dreams that Allah is on His arsh, and His voice is coming down from there. Or I see Noor and voices come from the Noor. Or Allah talks with me from the sky. In every dream, I feel Allah nearer to me than my jugular vein. I do not look at the face of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I can see his body. In one dream, I hug Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and my whole body witnessed that I am hugging Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have shaken hands many times with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in my dreams, and my hands witness that I am shaking hands with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In September 2015, in a dream, for the first time in my life, I looked into the eyes of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When my eyes look into the eyes of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then they get fixed and I couldn't look away. I feel as if in his eyes sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah has filled all of His nur. That was an unbelievable moment for me. I have seen many other prophets and messengers in my dreams, but I only looked at the face of Sulaiman alayhi salam, and I have seen Isa alayhi salam in my dreams many times. In a few dreams, I saw that when the whole world became peaceful, Dajjal came out from somewhere and he tried to destroy the peace of the world. In one dream, I saw Isa alayhi salam coming from the sky, and Gog and Magog came out, and they got spread across the whole earth. I, with very few people, joined Isa alayhi salam, and then we lived with Isa alayhi salam. In 1993, when the dream started, I made a notebook, and I used to note my dreams in the notebook, and things like how many times I saw Allah in my dreams, and how many times I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A few years back, I lost that notebook during shifting. Total dreams are more than 800, and I still remember many. Many years back, in a dream, Allah told me, Qasim, before sleeping, read Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falaq, Surah Nas, and then sleep, so shaitan stays away from you. And I have been doing this from the last many years. Allah told me in many dreams, Qasim, one day I will help you and will give you success, and the whole world will see your success. But Allah did not tell me that when will the day come, and I am waiting from the last 22 years. It's been a long journey for me. Still, I am waiting for Allah. I did not lose my hope from the last 22 years, and I don't know when or how I will reach my destiny. I don't even know what my destiny is. Only Allah knows better. Please share these dreams and visit my Facebook page and YouTube channel for more details. It doesn't matter whether you believe in them or not. My job only is to share them. After that, the choice is yours. All I want to say is that your choices of today are going to shape your destiny for tomorrow. So make them wisely. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
SubhanAllah, man. That video every time, bro, just gives me like chills, bro.
Yeah, nowhere in that video did I ever did I hear any mention of Mehdi, any mention of you better follow me,
Right.
like the way this Ali guy is making
It's portraying it, yeah. It's
him to be.
it's absolutely like a service to like what the message is. The message is to avoid shirk at all costs, right? And that indeed, what's it called? It just righteous man, Allah's coming, that the Prophet is coming to him, telling him to convey the dreams to the Muslim Ummah, and it's something good for the Muslim
It
Ummah.
is something good, bro. It's speaking of the unity of Muslims, and even in Qasim's dreams, in one of the dreams, I think it was he saw that the people were mocking him, and he said, and they said told him, "Oh, it'll never rise from Pakistan."
Right.
And then I thought to myself, I'm like that's the same attitude the people had when Islam came from
Yeah. And
Mecca.
yeah, Mecca, yeah. And people
They
thought
were
they
laughing like, oh, these
yeah,
these Bedouins,
right.
you know,
Yeah. Man,
these guys who bury their own daughters alive,
yeah,
you're going to teach me how the way of life,
right.
you know? That same attitude and mentality people have till this day.
Yeah.
And look, Pakistan, look, from the Arab world and a lot of the Arab world actually, they do look down upon Pakistani, Indian,
Yeah.
and Bengali. So it's the same thing all over again. Allah gives honor to whoever He likes.
Right.
Back then, the Arabs were looked down upon by the Romans and the Persians. They were seen as inferior.
Yeah.
And now it's Pakistan and the Arabs, the West, everybody. They unfortunately, yeah, they look down upon the people of Southeast Asia.
Right. But
But like,
subhanallah, bro, like all the people who memorize the Quran the most are not even Arab people. Like I'm Arab and I don't have the whole Quran memorized, and that's something I'm working on. But subhanallah, man, like you look at Pakistan, you look at like Afghanistan, certain like that culture, and you have the most amount of people who can memorize the Quran, even though it's not their first language, man.
the
It's such,
the
it's such
thing is, you're right. At the end of the day, I guess the main thing that I was trying to say is who cares where it has been decided that Islam would rise.
right.
The good thing is that it'll rise. End
Yeah.
of story.
Yeah. And the one thing last I want to say this before we end too, man. Like Allah, He gave certain covenants with certain people, and when certain people don't uphold that covenant, right, Allah switches it to another group of people,
Yes. He has
right?
done this. You can see this in the
Multiple times,
past.
multiple times. Even from the story of Iblis, right? Wasn't Iblis not a righteous servant that Allah tested him and gave his covenant instead of him? He gave it to Adam. And then from Adam, did he give his covenant to the Jews? And aren't they the chosen people? That we in our Quran say that they are the chosen people. That's what Allah has confirmed. And how many prophets did come to them and they all rejected him? Did not the last prophet, did not the Messiah come to them and they try to kill the Messiah? And that covenant was transferred to the Christian people, right? The followers of Christ. And
Yeah.
did not the covenant be transferred from the Christian people to the Muslim people after
Yep.
the Christians were persecuted, where their religion was completely annihilated and destroyed, and all we have left of it is remnants of their religion.
Yeah.
So, and then that covenant was transferred to Arab people, Bedouins who were worshiping stones and statues, right? And like you said, they were burying their daughters alive. Allah gave them honor, and He created a covenant, and He chose the best of the seal of the prophets to come from that among
Yes.
and that covenant was given to them, and that is the reason we have honor in the Arab nation now.
And
But
it went beyond that too. The
yeah,
covenant and having the mantle of responsibility
it
went from
went
the Arabs to the Kurds.
exactly the Mongols,
Mhm.
Kurds to
Yep.
the what's it called, Ottomans, right?
Ottomans. Finally, the Ottomans. It even went to the Africans, the North Africans, the
Exactly.
Andalus.
So
Everybody, they had their turn.
yeah, and now I definitely see most people rejecting Muhammad Qasim, not because they don't think he's truthful, but they think how can Allah choose somebody from that race, and that
You know
comes back.
what's interesting? I'm shocked that people can think that because the Hadith clearly say that the standards would rise from the east and the army would be from the east,
Right, right,
and he is from the east.
yeah,
So like it boggles my mind that like, what are you expecting?
You know, at the end of the day, look, our job right now is to inform the people. We're gonna try to give our best analysis of what we think of the situation.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions,
Yeah.
feel free to leave them in the comment section, because as I mentioned before, if somebody comes to you with a message, don't disregard it, because you could either be you could either be right for disregarding, or you can also be very regretful.
Right. Right.
So you don't want to be amongst the people that are regretful, especially when we are coming to you now and opening the doors for you to ask us questions.
Right.
So please feel free to leave any comments. But yeah, continue the video.
That's pretty much it. You know, but please subscribe, guys. We're gonna try to make these videos often. We're gonna try to share the dreams as much as we can, because they're very important for most of the world, for the whole world. You know, it's not only just for Muslims. It's especially important, but it's mainly for everybody, and everybody should pay attention to these dreams, because there's a lot of stuff that's gonna come in the future. We're getting the message out now, but when it does unfold, we want everybody to be informed and say, look, you know, this was the situation, and you guys had an opportunity to pay attention to it.
And message to Ali. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to discuss with you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, and I know he has this whole notion that there's a big intelligence team behind Qasim, and he's been attacking Qasim for a long time. And honestly, just come and discuss.
Yeah.
Bring whatever you have, bring it to the table. We'll be more than happy to talk to you.
Be a man. Be a man.
Basically, yeah.
Be a man.
No, because
Show your face. Open challenge, man. Be a man. Show your face, and come with your proofs. Come with your evidence. We will discuss. You know,
come with everything, but don't. The thing is, I feel as if you're going to discuss, come with hadith, come with proof.
Come with proof.
I am not going to discuss with you about about whether or not the validity of Imam Mahdi and all that. I'm not going to talk about that. I want to discuss the dreams and the accusations that you're making against the dreams and Qasim.
Right. Because, yeah. So we'll leave it at that, you know, and say assalamu alaikum, everybody, you know, and please comment, please subscribe, and get this message out there. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.